wanna go? Yes?
Ready?
Forward! Hey, and welcome to LFG. You know how you sometimes try to convince your loved one to do something that you yourself in fact really want to do? You maybe turn on the charm, or you present it in a certain way to make it interesting for them. Well, this is how it all started. How I, Kaja, dragged Simon on a crazy yet totally doable road trip to introduce him to the indigenous people of the North.
What? Indigenous people in Norway? Cool. But now it's road trip! So the plan is to go to Røros to see an exhibition of, how are they called?
Cooper and Gorfer is actually my favorite artistic duo. So what really draws me to their art is the way that they portray women in a very powerful way. I just love their expression, interpretation, their use of color. I mean, it's just incredible. Just look at this. Isn't that beautiful? Ah. Anyways.
But in order to get to that exhibition, we had to drive 600 kilometers all the way to Røros. And then we also had to pick up a couch that same day at 7 o'clock in the evening, all the way back in Oslo. So basically, we had 19 hours to drive up to Røros, see the exhibition, and then drive back to Oslo to pick up that couch. That's 1200 kilometers. I guess that's doable.
You look like a bum.
Nothing wrong with being a bum.
Do the bum dance.
Baby wanna sit, she can sit. Baby said it's lit.
1:45.
1:45?
I remember these dots since I was like so little, and they've always bothered me. I don't know why. Stupid dots. I was so tired. But the main reason for going through all of this was not just to see beautiful artwork, it was also to introduce Simon to the Sami culture. Now, before the international borders were officially established in the northern part of Europe, this was the region traditionally inhabited by the Sami people. Even before I understood what indigenous people were, as a child I was very fascinated by the different cultures that were living so close to nature. I remember back in 9th grade, I think, I had to write a paper about the Sami people. And it was this one thing that I really reacted to in the assignment. And it was that the Sami people had been referred to as dirty and primitive. Dirty and primitive? Come on, the way that I knew that a lot of the Sami people lived, it was so impressive and so inspiring.
Okay, it's 6:15 now. Time for some sleep. Whew, but it's beautiful here though.
Hello.
Hello. It's 8 o'clock. I slept maybe 1.5 hours, but now we have to get going again if we want to make it back in time. Nice morning. Hello.
Let's go, 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 go.
Whew, slippery. You know where it is?
Yay! Oh my gosh. It says here, you might see us, you might hear us, but nobody understands us. Interruptions is not so much about Sami women as it is about human beings in general. Even though you come from a certain background, there is so much more to you than just that. And this is true for everyone. To me, interruptions show that these women are just human beings and they are going through stuff just like I do. And I feel like Cooper and Gorfer expresses this insight so beautifully. I was very excited. But just drawn into, I want to be inside their heads that they have cut and put together, and I'm speechless. Let's do another round.
Okay,
Let's go home.
We drove 12 hours to be inside 45 minutes. Now we're going home again.
Totally worth it.
When you look at the indigenous people of the world, there's one thing that always stands out, and that's their closeness to nature. They tend to ask the question, what about the earth first and not last? We believe this is something that is very important to come back to when we start looking for solutions for the future. Once we learn how to think like the earth, then a sustainable future is guaranteed. And this is why we have decided to be part of the Save the Soil movement. But more on that in later videos. So subscribe and hit the bell to be notified for when those videos come.
Let's get out of this freaking car and sleep. Tack för oss. Godnatt. Ooh, blooper.
Oh yeah, and also, we've got the couch.